This short video and the two that accompany it will give some basic information or orientation to the way in which English, like most other languages, forms a sensible communication. An acquaintance with these basics will assist us in making sense of biblical texts, particularly those in English translation. These three videos deal in turn with 1. Topics and comments in how a sentence is put together. 2. Adjectives and adverbs and the way they add color and depth to what we say about topics and comments. And 3. Prepositions and conjunctions and how they function to relate to one another the various parts of a communication. Having looked at topics and comments in the previous video, we'll move now to adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives modify, that is, they say something about nouns and anything functioning as a noun. John owns a blue Mustang. Not just any old Mustang, but a blue Mustang. Gollum displayed disgusting classroom behavior. That is, not just any old behavior, but a behavior of a certain type. Adverbs modify verbs, not nouns. They also modify adjectives, and they modify other adverbs. Billy's truck ran beautifully. Ran is the verb, and beautifully tells us how well it ran. Luella wore a very warm jacket. Luella had a warm jacket. Warm tells us, as an adjective, what kind of jacket. But very tells us just how warm it was, an adverb modifying an adjective. The day dawned, but the day dawned in a certain way, slowly. But not just slowly, a good adverb, but how slowly did it dawn? It dawned too slowly. Here you have an adverb modifying another adverb. Adjectives can be single words, as in the last slide, as in blue Mustang. Or they can be phrases, or even entire clauses. Here's an example of a single word. The nimblest monkey fell from the tree. Here's an example of a phrase, functioning as an adjective. The monkey in the tree tells us which monkey. He fell with a thud. And here's an example of a clause functioning as a single adjective, telling us which monkey. The monkey that fell from the tree missed his grip on the vine. Each of these examples functions as a single adjective. Adverbs, like adjectives, can also be formed of single words or phrases or entire clauses. Single word example. The exhausted monkey fell limply from the tree. From the tree also is an adverb modifying fell, but it's a phrase. Limply is a single word. The monkey fell from the tree, a phrase again, when it lost its grip. Now a clause, also functioning as an adverb. In each of these two sentences, we have two adverbs. One, a single word, limply. The second, from the tree. And then again, from the tree and when it lost its grip. And finally, regrettably, the monkey that fell from the tree died, despite wearing a helmet. The monkey died, regrettably. Single word, single adverb. Died despite wearing a helmet. Clause, functioning as a single adverb. Each of these can function as a single adverb. Adjectives and adverbs answer questions. Lily sings beautifully. Tells us how well Lily sings. Lily sings on stage. Tells us where she sings. Lily sings daily at 2 a.m. Tells us when she sings. Lily sings because she is forced to by her agent, apparently. Tells us why she sings. Could be the cause of her singing. Lily sings in order to make a living, which also tells us why, but with focus on purpose. Adjectives frequently answer the question of identity. Which one are we talking about? The president. Which president? The president of Romania, and not the Ridgemont High School student body president. The blue Mustang. That is not the green one. The blue Mustang with the broken tail light. Two adjectives, one a single word, one a phrase. The blue Mustang with the broken tail light tells us that it's not any of those other blue Mustangs. The Mustang he'd always longed for. That is, not his mom's pink Mustang. All of these answer the question of which one are we talking about. Adjectives, however, can also be used simply to give further information rather than to identify. This happens when we already know which one we're talking about. A warm and hazy sun rose over New Orleans. There's only one sun to be contemplated here. No need to distinguish it from any of the other suns. We all know which one we're talking about. But we want to say something extra about it, that it was a warm sun and a hazy sun. My harsh and uncaring boss. This could answer the question, which, if I had several different bosses? Or what sort of person was my boss? Or it could have answered both, for that matter. The takeaway for adjectives and adverbs are these. Adjectives and adverbs give information about other parts of a communication. Adjectives either identify which one of several options we're talking about, or add information about what is already identified. Both adjectives and adverbs can come in various forms: single word, phrase, or clause. In the next video, we'll take up prepositions and conjunctions and how they connect various parts of speech to form adjectives and adverbs.